So I'm going to do a Kardashian video, and you're going to see me drop little tidbits of gold nuggets of tea throughout, not in too much detail. If you want that, go in the Patreon, but you'll hear me allude to things, and I think you're going to find this a pretty interesting video. Yeah, even for me, who doesn't normally cover the Kardashians on YouTube. Whether you love them or you hate them, this will be a fun video for you. I actually really enjoyed Till Death Do Us Part with Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian, having like an intimate moment in bed telling us the story of their 3 weddings. And at the end, the grand finale, which is Dolce & Gabbana hosts their wedding at their villa in Italy, and the days leading up and the guests that come, and seeing reality stars in the wild, I guess, is the way you describe it. It was actually very artistic. So a lot of the Patreons enjoyed it. What about you guys? Curious to see what you think. I mean, if you hate the Kardashians, you're never going to like anything they do. But what'd you think about this? So I used to run an ad agency, and I've been trying to figure out how they got so successful, but I realized I wasn't around during social media really. And that really built the Kardashians by posting their inspirational photos and life and wealth and all this stuff on their feeds. It's amazing. People are obsessed with following that kind of content. Now I have a secret. Before I drag the Kardashians a little in this video, I need to admit that I was one of the first people to do this exact thing on blog sites, not on social media, which maybe you'll think is kind of lame, but I did. Want to see? Shh, don't tell anyone. I'm very embarrassed by it, and I'm poor now, so don't get any ideas. Believe me, I would love to post some inspirational photos for you guys. It would be a hell of a lot easier than the type of work I do. In the deep dive rabbit holes. See, all you have to do to be an early influencer, this is me in 2011, is be rich, and you'll be able to influence people and be like the Kardashians. See, I was before them even. This was before any social media existed, and I was doing it on blogs. I'm cool like that. Well, I guess all that inspirational wedding crap got to Shanna Moakler, Travis Barker's ex, because she came in hot and entered the chat. She said about Kourtney Kardashian, she posts more of my kids than her own. This was in an interview she gave. Then she said, we only have our 17-year-old who will be 18 this year, and then our work is done here, and we never have to see or talk to each other ever again, and I look forward to that day. I don't even know Travis Barker anymore, she explained. We haven't been together since almost 2010 to 2012, and I don't even know him. And then she said, I just think the whole thing is so effing weird, talking about Kourtney's Hulu special and multiple weddings and the Dolce & Gabbana wedding I just mentioned. She said this to Rachel Yucatel on her podcast. I really don't have anything positive to say about it. It's not because I'm bitter, and I'm definitely not jealous. I mean, maybe she's a little jealous, because let's face it, Dolce & Gabbana did host the event at their estate in Italy, in Sardinia, did design everything, and it was really beautiful and looked really fun. But on the other hand, it may not have been her vibe. And I get, the whole concept of not wanting to know your ex. The thing is, her kids and her don't get along either, which is unfortunate. In fact, when the Hulu special came out, she must have watched it or heard what was in it, and she unfollowed all of her children. Some fans said, it's a bit of a money grab, but I don't know. I thought it was really beautiful. It was a bit much that she had Travis's tattoo on her veil, but it was a very deep and, sentimental. The picture doesn't do it justice. It's a sentimental moment. So Kourtney Kardashian wrote a secret message to Shanna Moakler. Yeah, she couldn't resist. She got very religious. So she responded with a post, which is no longer active on the story, basically asking Shanna Moakler to do better. But I'm not sure Shanna really cares. From this picture, I'd say not. Posted Matthew 6:2, which is giving to the needy. She's really into Chad Veach's Zoe's church. Chad Veach, have you heard of him? He's the head of Zoe's church. They just bought a $9 million building. They're not doing too bad over at Zoe's church, but they'll definitely keep asking you to give if you go to their sermons. Chad Veach was on the Hulu special. He flew in special to marry her and Travis on their big day. You might remember Chad Veach from the Hillsong Church. He used to speak there too before he got his own church. I guess he kind of had to go because all the heads of the Hillsong churches got indicted or, had to leave in shame because they cheated on their wives. So unfortunate. I wonder if he ever helped out Brad over at the Kardashians' church religion. This thing. One, the one that looks like a mall, really, of California Community Church. Wow, never knew the Kardashians were so religious. I wonder what they say in their confessionals. I wonder if they say, I'm really sorry to that David guy. Yeah, I wonder if they pray for David Liebenson, who, basically said Kim Kardashian stole his company idea and all this stuff and ruined his life. I did look into it. I read the settlement and the litigation that Kim Kardashian took after he, said his name was forged on documentation in his settlement. But needless to say, it's a tough situation. I'm glad the Kardashians are praying so much. Anyway, Shanna Moakler thinks her kids have been sold to Kourtney because Kourtney is obviously very good with kids for sure, but she bought them lavish trips and buy them pretty much whatever they want, and Shannon doesn't have that same resource to tap. And well, let's face it, there's been some other issues in that whole thing, but I'm not going to get into that. It involved drugs and allegations. It was awful divorce, awful. Travis Barker has done very well for himself with the Kardashians. Did you know that he sold a luxury enema kit for $182 and it sold out? I mean, why would you look to Travis Barker for enemas? First of all, I don't know who thinks it's okay to give yourself your own enema. It's questionable at best. If you want to go get an enema and do it like the celebrities, don't buy a luxury enema kit. Go to We Care Spa in Palm Desert. That's where all the celebrities go to fast and do enemas. Yeah, you can pay $1,000 to not eat. It's very fun. I've done it several times. And that was not an ad. So there seems to be trouble in paradise. Emma Grede, who is the co-founder with Khloe Kardashian of Good American, she owns a larger percentage, allegedly 5% more than Khloe, won't give up control, allegedly, to Khloe Kardashian. And therefore, Khloe is pissed. We're starting to see a pattern here. And so anyway, what happened was Khloe unfollowed Emma Grede suddenly, which is very strange. They also, she's involved with Skims and everything. And then she unfollowed her and then didn't tag her at a big event about inclusion. She only tagged Good American, okay? So she just didn't tag her partner, even though she's in the picture. Now, Emma did tag Khloe and still follows Khloe. So I wonder if she's secretly must hate her. I don't know what to say, but this is a problem. You have to, as partners, if you want to make it work, you have to talk it out. I would say this probably comes down to very simply Khloe being like, I have 30 million followers. And although you have huge intellect, Emma Grede, and you're a great businesswoman and appeared on Shark Tank and all these other things, I feel like you don't bring enough to the table with your 400,000 followers and appearance on Shark Tank as a judge. That's just what I think. I think it's that basic. Yeah, the power of social media. She believes she should have more, but when is enough for the Kardashians? Is it ever? Is it ever? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. they weren't invited to Sophia Richie's wedding. So, that they missed on that one. So here's Emma Grede. This is Khloe Kardashian's partner that they seem to be having a bit of a tiff at the moment. She is a founding partner of Skims. She's British. She is only 40 or 41 years old, so she's quite young. She went to the London College of Fashion, but she didn't graduate. Her mother worked at Morgan Stanley, and she has 3 sisters. She actually dropped out of college to join Gucci in an internship and took off from there. She started a marketing and talent branding company, which she sold to Rogers and Cowan, which was no small feat. Very impressive as a young woman to start a company, get it big enough that Rogers and Cowan would want to, purchase. Grede got a hold of Kris Kardashian and said she wanted to do a company, if possible, with Khloe Kardashian because she wanted to do a denim company that would be, for all body types. And Khloe represents all body types, right? Like big girl. She's been big, she's been small, she's been lots of different sizes. And she's also got different backgrounds. She speaks to different ethnicities. So she seemed like the perfect partner for what she wanted to do. And Kris agreed, given her success, obviously, that she had already had in marketing and talent. And I would imagine. She also founded Safely with Chrissy Teigen and Kris Kardashian. That was until she got canceled. Chrissy, that is. Happened right around the time they launched the product. Boy, bad timing. That's a dud, that one. She also, her husband was the one who co-founded Skims with Kim Kardashian, but she did take a percentage of the company and she was in charge of the product design for Skims. I'd say articles like this about Jens and Emma probably don't make the Kardashians feel the best. And maybe this is where some of the tension's coming from, as Jens and Emma step, out of the shadows, potentially into the limelight. Just saying. So if you're a marketing genius or you're great at Instagram influencers, you should do what they did and you should start reaching out to celebrities to go in on products with you and promote them and own a piece of the action instead of using your genius marketing ideas to help brands you have no involvement with. That's what I learned out of this. I used to do that a little bit in my ad agency days, but it's a lot of work and people are challenging and difficult. Hard to manage all the personalities. I would imagine that they must work a lot and they have lots of children. So it's a pretty impressive young lady, I've got to say. Would love to collab with her on some marketing. All right, you guys, like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. You never know what you're going to get on my channel.